Hey y'all, how's it going? Hope life's been kind to everyone out there. I got a quick video for you guys today on a topic that I thought you'd enjoy hearing about, since many people, myself included, were under the impression that this was true, or at the very least could be true. So for some context, I was watching a podcast, more so listening, the other day, and during one of their segments they were covering about video game news. Someone had mentioned that GTA 6 was getting delayed. Crazy, right? Apparently all the way to 2026 instead of the 2025 release date. This information came from an ex-user by the name of Billy's Liam GTA. The post was made on September 8th explaining that he received this news from multiple devs that were part of the team. And for about a day or so, many believed this to be true. However, there were skeptics wondering about the accuracy of his claims. Many took to tagging Jason Schreider from Bloomberg, a guy who first showed up with the leaks of GTA 6 announcement, the plot of the game, and some new locations in the game. Jason posted on X that he couldn't confirm this info nor deny it, exclaiming in a post that he just wanted to enjoy his Sunday. But you know how the internet is, especially on X, formerly known as Twitter. Many were getting frustrated and confused on what to believe. Schreider's decision not to actually engage himself with the conversation, though, put a lot of people in a placement that they didn't want to be. They began to argue amongst themselves that basically this entire information, what would happen? Would they actually have to wait? They tagged Rockstar, they tagged other content creators they know that covered information like this. They didn't know what to do. Meanwhile, over on Liam's end, it appeared as though he was getting quite upset with the community, making posts showcasing his annoyance by people questioning his prior one. Most were wondering about his sources to the claim, or lack thereof. Others were calling his credibility into question. Either way, he didn't like it. Sadly for Liam, things were about to get worse. You see, now that Jason wasn't distracted by the football game, he was finally able to speak up on X. There he posted that he spoke with the staff members from Rockstar and how they weren't even informed or even heard of any delays in GTA's release date, even going so far as to reconfirm that bit of information in a second post. He did clarify that this is possible that these staff members may not have been given the information, creating the scenario that executives were keeping this down on a hush-hush, on the down low. So while that is not improbable, it is possible. However, I can't be sure on that. This late in the game, what benefit would Rockstar and Take-Two have from basically delaying the game and keeping the information hidden? How I see it, it would only go two ways. Either they'd come out and say they need more time to work on the game, making some fans upset, but the majority would most likely understand and be fine with it. Or they hide the fact till the last minute, then having the majority of the fan base be upset, with then causing a commotion in places like X and Reddit. I see no reason for the second. It would only harm them in the public eye. Now, how much that would actually affect them, probably pretty mild, especially in the grand scheme of things. The GTA franchise is Take-Two's and Rockstar's golden goose. GTA 5 alone sold over 200 million copies since its release date back in 2013. The game has made $8.5 billion. They milked that cow for all she was worth. And let me tell you, it was worth quite a bit to them. The amount of DLCs and added content that came to that game was insane. Pretty sure that game, still going pretty strong online. Sure, did the game have low points? 100%. No game has such straight longevity that could always keep the high amount of numbers it has. But at the same time, the numbers that it lost never really stayed gone forever, because there was a huge amount of content that they kept pushing from Rockstar and Take-Two, and of course the modded community themselves. The game currently has well with over the double digits of thousands playing it. So with all that, I doubt Take-Two and Rockstar would care that much with a little bit of bad publicity here and there. Then again, both Take-Two and Rockstar aren't without their own controversies themselves that has harmed them in the past. One I can remember the most was them sending a DMC request to GitHub about the modded content that was being created on the PC versions of GTA 3 and Vice City. The community was not too thrilled about that, the fact that they were doing this. They were just basically being assholes.
Oh boy, Take-Two, you sure showed them.
Stop these guys from modding your two old titles. Possibly promoting these mods to an online community. making it so this way people could probably be more interested in playing those titles again or buying copies of them on Steam. But nah, fuck that. We have ethics in gaming. We, who hold out GTA 5 like it was our drug-addicted cousin who owed us some money. We gotta protect our peace from those damn modders, right? Seriously, you fuckers could've gone the Bethesda route, hired some of these guys on your team. Pretty sure they could help come up with more content later on down the line. And trust me, I'm not one for defending Bethesda. Like, they have their own shit they gotta fucking, like, answer for. But that's neither here nor there. Back on track, however. You see, after Jason's posts were made, the GTA fans took to Liam's page again to criticize his previous claims and the validity of them. One user of note was Rockstar Universe, pointing out that Liam's original post on X about the delay had received a community note. And if you don't know what a community note is, it is essentially a nice little feature that X added to its system a while back that allows the community to basically add a context to someone's post. The context is there to basically help out if someone's spreading misinformation or got a detail wrong or something. In short, it's a nice little feature for us to like basically point and laugh at an individual who said something really stupid or said something that could be proven to be false. But the fun didn't stop there, because Liam and Rockstar University had a small back and forth before Liam took to posting again on X, talking about how he was the one being misled, that he would never have shared such a claim unless he was absolutely sure. He began asking for peace amongst the fans, asking to break some bread with thy enemy, waving the white flag, so to speak. Look, I can understand why so many people jumped on him as they did. His ex-post did him no favors when talking about this situation. I am of the belief that all this could have been avoided if he had just waited for more collaborating evidence to give his claim more backing. But to me, and I want to preface this, to me, it appears that the guy saw an opportunity to be the first one to report on a story and then got kicked in the nuts because of it. And if I'm being really honest, I personally don't care if GTA 6 did get delayed. Because as Jason put in one of his posts, quote, "It's a big, ambitious game, and it could slip." Now, while some could say that's a pretty vague statement, leaving a lot of people to speculate on what he meant by that, to me it could mean a number of things. The scope of the game could be too ambitious, making it so this way there's riddled with bugs, frame rate issues, and server lag, poor rendering models, giving us another Cyberpunk 2027 launch, or that they won't have the system to handle, or what will most likely be a huge population of people all attempting to sign in at the same time, crashing the game several times. Or the story could have gone too big, leaving players displeased with the directions they decided to take. Or my personal favorite, D, all of the above. This is why I don't plan on buying or pre-ordering GTA 6 day 1. Or week 1. Or fuck it, year 1. Fuck man, this thing could be an unplayable mess for 2 years, for 3 years. Games nowadays are having so many problems at launch. And I know what people will say. But it's Take-Two, it's Rockstar, when have they ever fucked up a launch? I don't know, how about their big breadwinner GTA 5 Online? Rockstar knew it would have problems, so they preemptively made documents online to help anyone experiencing sudden crashes, login failures, rendering issues, frame rate issues, etc, you name it. But to be fair, it's not even the fact that I don't trust Rockstar fucking this up, it's more so I just don't trust big AAA titles coming out without having a magnitude of issues that would basically make it so this way I'm not gonna have any fun. The last game I did that to really fucked me over, which was Payday 3. I was really excited to play that with my friends and my roommate. It was going to be a game I thought I would be able to spend hours and hours to play with him, especially since we both loved Payday 2. He was a much bigger fan, but he's the one that got me into it, and I really enjoyed the mechanics and the actual idea of the heist. What happened though? As plainly see, Payday 3 was riddled week 1 and even month 1 of server issues where you could not connect. Again, not to beat a dead horse, but 2077 is right the fuck there. Many Call of Duty titles that have come out recently have had terrible day 1 launches. You can see these are only a few case examples, but the writings are still on the wall. More and more games to this magnitude that have been released have had problems with online connectivity. Rockstar has to be very careful with this. I love people. I love that they get passionate about their games, about their entertainment, about all that stuff. But if there's one thing I always notice that is true, is that people set their expectations sometimes a bit too high. believing a game is legendary just because a specific studio is behind it, or because it's being held by a industry titan. Hideo Kojima, he made Metal Gear, so people were immediately thinking Death Stranding was gonna be amazing. Game finally came out, what happened? Not many people were interested in it. Many people were disappointed by it. 2K Games, they made the BioShock series. I love that series. Then they made Infinite. Hated it. And we shouldn't even need to get into the mess that is Bethesda, who have actively hurt their own series repeatedly. I don't want people to go crazy about a game just to be disappointed in the end. I hope GTA 6 is good. They've been working on this game for a while, at least from what I've heard. Then again, they've also been putting a lot of effort in make sure GTA 5 was being maintained as well. So I don't know how their staff was when they had some people probably working on GTA 6 while others were working for more stuff for GTA 5. Divide and conquer shouldn't always be the name of the game. But fuck it, what do I know, you know? But in any case, that's going to be it for this one, guys. I thank you so much for checking out my content, checking out this video. I hope you got, some tidbit of information from this. And again, I want to repeat myself. I'm hoping GTA 6 is going to be an amazing game, and people are going to love it for a long time, because I love video games. I love people loving video games. I just want people to be more aware of the fact that you can't always depend on an industry, on a studio, or a specific person to give you the product you're going to probably want. I'm not saying you shouldn't set your expectations high, but at the same time I think you should be realistic that sometimes people can fuck up. Gaming is by no means dead. There are plenty of games out there to play on both the Switch, the Xbox, the PlayStation, Steam, what have you. And there's a lot of good older titles we can always go back to and play as well.
I know we've been having some flops in gaming when it comes to video games and studios behind them. We've seen many of the studio be closed down or had laid off employees, but don't go belly up on me just yet. There's still a small growing light at the end of the tunnel. Could take us a bit more longer to get there, but remember, the night is always darker before the dawn. Anyways, I'm gonna get it going before I overstay my welcome. Thank y'all so much for checking out the video. New content is on the way, working on some stuff for streaming, and tossing around some ideas in the old cabeza. So, look forward to that. Hey, and if I don't see you, good morning, good evening, good night. Peace, y'all. I'm out.